welcome back to the Weaver House. I'm Vahkiti, your glorious Nebuchadnezzar's host, and we're back playing this piece of shit, and we're back with Joe Cubed.
Isn't Goku already white?
Funny.
Funny!
Is Goku Japanese, or is he like a white?
Apparently, the Saiyans are part of the Master Race, apparently.
So take two of this recording. It's been exactly a week now since Alpha 0.006, The Legend of Madanui, is released, and 1 day since Patch 004 released, adding Windows 10 support, and here we are playing this sack of balls.
Yeah, Madanui, Legend of Madanui getting found apparently made me so happy that it actually broke my mind, and I've been having a huge depressive episode since then.
Ironically, the last stream where you were depressed as hell was the best received of the two.
Yeah.
Are you saying Josie's Sayori from Doki Doki Literature Club? She's so happy she's sad.
No, I'm the one. I'm the one saying that.
That's beautiful.
Liam,
but yeah, the first stream we did was so, like, the vast majority of people enjoyed it. 10-1 of, the unspoken and spoken majority enjoyed the stream. But the vocal minority, my god, were they violent about their opinion on it.
Yeah,
it just means we're popular.
Is one person went as far as to say we are the most obnoxious and immature streamers they've ever met. To which I responded in the next stream with this. Hold on, it's loading.
People have heard it already, Liam.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a whole song.
I'm so glad I've associated my name with this act.
Yeah. Your name is on all the posters.
It's like that crappy band you joined in high school because you just had to join a band. At this point, it's gone on too long and you can't do anything about it.
It's like that crappy band you joined in high school, and then it started the Fifth Reich.
It was so bad, we just skipped the fourth one.
This whole thing was basically just like, okay, I realize that we do have some problems, but you don't have to make it a personal attack, so I'm just like, yeah, we're just gonna keep doing what you're doing, and y'all can go fuck yourselves.
Okay, the problem was that we were basically the PR arm of this freaking
The PR arm being walking shit posters is generally not a good thing.
Look, the issue is that people thought this would be like a serious announcement release stream when we were just doing like a normal stupid Beaver House stream.
Basically. It's like if Fox News was a shit post on wheels. Oh wait.
Oh, we're getting political now. We've never done that before.
Never on the Beaver House have we gotten political.
I want to say my piece on this. Look, I am not capable or interested in making a dry, serious press release type of thing. I want try to entertain people.
Well, one of the comments that one person made, and I actually did reach equal ground with them, was that we didn't talk all that much about the game, and the commentary was completely unrelated, to which I responded, it's an unpolished, unfinished alpha that isn't exactly content-rich. We got all of the talk about the actual game out of the way within, the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's really not the kind of game that you talk about.
So, basically...
It's like the most you can say after we get through Onua's level is, oh hey, look at that texture flipping out over there.
Basically, everyone who gave us constructive criticism, we don't care. Leave.
No. I
Everyone who doesn't think that we are literal
I
gods
actually personally
of perfection,
thanked
leave.
one user for giving constructive criticism and not letting it get personal, because there are some valid points some people did make some valid points. But at the same time, some of those people making those points made a point in themselves of telling us how awful we are at the same time, and that we should basically stop doing what we're doing.
Liam, that's the internet. That's literally what everything on the internet is.
And that's why I made Mask of Fart.
Oh no!
Liam, I do not think that was that was an appropriate retribution.
I think it was.
It's like, what's the word?
It's like,
what's the word?
hey,
It's
you're
like,
being immature, and you guys are the most immature streamers I've ever met. Go fuck yourselves. Yeah, well, here's Fart Step for you, buddy.
It's cruel and unusual.
I'd say it's an eye for an eye, personally.
I would say cruel and unusual describes the beaver house in a nutshell.
I'll just say that honestly, I don't. We probably are the most immature.
No, I think that honor goes to Vine Sauce, honestly.
Oh, dude, I wanted to stream it. Someone made Joel for Mugen.
Yes, I saw that on one of his streams, actually.
Okay.
He's freaking ridiculous. He's unbeatable. I couldn't beat him.
Doesn't he use Granddad as part of his moveset?
Dude, he has like a million strikers that come at you. It's like Spin Taro and
What about the Game Grumps? They're literal children.
Yeah, that's
They're
a good
literal
point, too.
children.
Like, Aaron goes on and on about how much he loves to shit. And yet we're the most immature people that guy's ever met. Have you been on the internet?
It's ironic, though.
He farts and burps so constantly that his coworkers don't even try to fight it.
It's ironic burping.
You're ironic burping.
It's actually one of the most plausible explanations for why JonTron left the show. Before it came out that John was a Nazi.
So you're saying John is an anti-fartite?
No, that'd be Aaron. Oh yeah, that would be John. Aaron is definitely pro.
I guess. So on the one hand, John's a Nazi, so it'd be perfect for this show.
For God's sake.
But on the other, he doesn't like farts, so he's not okay. So he's not perfect for this show.
Josie, we spent like the first. We spent a good 100 episodes talking about the Aryan Nation. What are you talking about?
But on the other
like 2013 to 2015 Beaver House.
Basically, the entire Beaverhausen Productions era was just about Nazis.
Okay.
But on the other hand, JonTron's name starts with J-O.
Oh, for God's sake.
But on the other hand, his middle name is literally Aryan. I'm not joking. That's not a joke. Sounds like
Aryan was like
considering that John is, if I remember correctly, John is Persian, so that's very ironic.
Yeah, he's like Croatian Iranian.
How is that ironic?
Because his middle name is Aryan.
Well,
Persians are white.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna talk about this for a sec, but yeah, Fishspill's right. Iranians would be considered
Is it
Caucasian,
bad that I'm going entirely off the representation of Persians in 300?
Yes.
Yes.
That's not at all what Persians or anything is like. 300 was made by a race.
Liam, I want you to just purge everything in your mind that has anything to do with Zack Snyder.
Oh God, that was a Zack Snyder movie?
or Frank Miller.
Alright, just delete 300 and go watch freaking Gladiator. That movie's so much better than 300.
Or watch the Samurai Jack episode that adapted 300.
I gotta say that 300 is probably Zack Snyder's greatest movie, actually.
Yes, it is.
It's not saying much.
It's not saying much at all.
My favorite Zack Snyder movie was iCarly.
Yeah, mine too.
Oh wait, that was a different Schneider.
By the way, Joe, I
Yeah.
love how the water in this game works better than Legend of Mana Nui, only because you can't actually swim.
Okay,
I imagine if you could swim, it would be far worse.
so the thing I wanted to say is, I go on I'm on Mask, so I've seen a lot of those people. I think
Okay.
that, and I've been on the community group page and all that shit.
I didn't catch a lot of that, Joe. You want to repeat
Wait, by
yourself?
those people, do you mean Iranians?
No, I mean Bionicle fans.
The
Okay.
Jews?
There seems to be two kinds. There seems to be two kinds of Bionicle fans: the dipshit, childish ones that never did anything in their life, and that's why they got offended by our channel. Or one,
I don't. Wait.
Let him finish.
it's so
That
dang
doesn't describe us.
worse than us.
Look, I didn't catch that because Josie refused to not interrupt.
Because I had a comment.
What were you saying,
That's
Joe?
no excuse.
It is if you won't let me say it.
Well, you
And
have to wait.
herein lies the problem.
Yeah, we're bad at this, and it's all my fault. How is that news?
Okay,
Alright.
Joe, repeat yourself again.
So, you guys have been to the Bionicle group page and also mass posting, right?
Yeah, I got banned from the Bionicle community group page because the admin is a triggered little shit.
That's what I was gonna say. The people on the group page are childish idiots, and the people on
Mask posting, the shit posting group is the most mature Bionicle group.
Exactly. I was gonna say the mass posting, shit posting group is the most mature, but they've got a lot of problems. I've noticed.
Oh yeah, well there are definitely, every group has its problems, but the vast majority of Mask Posting's members are some of the most decent, mature people you'll ever meet in the community.
Yeah, dude, like so someone posts something where they, I don't know, make something sexy or something, and I
Yeah.
just but at the same time, it's their prerogative.
Yeah.
And it tells them to ban and go die, and all.
But here's the thing about Mask Posting, right?
I know they're probably being ironic, but I can't.
No, it's not that. The thing about Mask Posting is that right off the bat, when you go to join it, this is a group that makes no attempt to hide the fact that it's almost entirely intended to be ironic, and that's the kind of member group, that's the kind of user base it attracts. As such, the vast majority of the members are capable of taking a joke.
Or are capable of like understanding subtlety.
Never mind that. The user base are capable of cognitive thought.
Because, like, good God, people who got offended by our stream, what the fuck? Like, if you don't.
No,
I think the worst thing that ever happened in Mask Posting was when Mr. Same 3 Mox left.
I'm still mad about it.
Oh, Gink, we miss you so.
Dude, funny. There's no Charlie
So-
Rose,
Yeah,
are you
really.
guys saying?
but
Are you guys saying that a fan community about a toy line from 20 years ago is immature?
Speaking of Charlie Rose, why you know Bad Spirit Robot?
you started
That
it.
He did.
what?
Okay.
Yeah, he started it.
Cool.
Wait, this game has shrines like freaking Breath of the Wild.
Fucking Legend of Mana Nui has shrines.
To be fair, Jonah, they're not really shrines.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild is a remake of this game.
Well, in Legend of Mana Nui, they are actually shrines, and it's actually kind of funny. The main menu, which isn't in our build but we have seen before, uses the Kininui design that was common in Mask of Light onwards, and the game has shrines in each Koro that have different challenges branching off of them. Those shrines use the Madanui Online game model of the Kininui. So I guess that was never intended to be the Kininui model?
I understood maybe 60% of the words you just used.
Okay, Liam.
The shrine that's used in the main canon is a different shrine than this game was intending it to be.
What the hell is a Koro?
Village.
Village.
Oh, okay.
That's what they call the village.
Yeah.
Why don't they just call it a freaking village?
And the
How hard is that?
And the Kininui
Because they had to make up their own words for everything, Jonah.
No, they had to make up or steal their own words for everything.
That's true. Yeah.
And then trademark the stolen words and not the made-up ones.
Hey, I'm a trademark village. Sir, you can't. Is that spelled differently?
I'm gonna trademark the word priest.
By the way, Joe, you're lost, aren't you?
No, I'm not yet.
Okay.
Oh god, this game is more like. This game is more confusing than like the Super Metroid map. This is freaking
Super
complex.
Metroid. Fucking Metroid 2.
Metroid 2 does not have a complicated map, Liam.
It does if you don't have a map like the original.
Well, I'm not a freaking Metroid artisan, so I've never played the original.
I have. Music is fuck. Don't play.
Jonah, you are a donut.
That's so offensive. Okay, real talk though. There was this one kid in kindergarten who thought my name was Donut. Because my real name that will go unsaid sounds like Donut, even though I
Wait,
think
what? I'm sorry, what?
Jonah Donut.
My real name is Bonut.
Jonah Donut. Jonah Donut.
Okay.
Alright, I apologize for triggering your PTSD.
That's not funny.
Oh, then I don't apologize for not.
God damn it, Joe.
Oh my god!
Is it a robot dog? Is it a robot dog, dude? That's pretty awesome.
No, that's not a robot dog. That's a robot
Lizard.
It's a robot punching lizard.
Are there robot dogs in Bionicle? Because I would put Bionicle.
Spinax, yes.
Guys,
Energy
this
pounds.
is why you should let me talk first. I'm the funny one.
No. Josie, every time you start doing this, I'm going to make it a personal challenge to refuse to let you talk until you give up.
No,
I love this. I love this water.
Yeah.
It's just sitting there.
The water is so bad.
Another teleporter. Oh, look at this challenge. Oh no.
I love this freaking like monkey butt dude. He's just sitting there like, oh, I don't know what to do.
So is it our new headcanon like Game Grumps think Waddle Dees are monkeys that Fishspill thinks Matoran are monkeys?
They look like monkeys. He's like, oh, do I have to jump? What do I do?
When Jonah called the Terrakava a robot dog, I wanted to say, no, it's a robot Mike Tyson. But apparently
exists.
Apparently you thought that robot punch lizard was funnier.
Well, it is a punching lizard.
Yeah.
So Mike Tyson.
But it's also Mike Tyson!
To be fair, robot punch lizard actually like makes sense.
Yeah, it is!
It doesn't take like 5 different jumps of like.
I'm sorry, did I not say that Liam thought it was funnier?
I
We're all
didn't.
not
I
operating in the
wasn't
fifth
trying
dimension,
to be
Josie.
funny.
Also,
you're
this game could really benefit from being on the 3DS.
Oh, so you tried to...
If this game was on the 3DS, I might be able to understand the perspective.
This
You know what,
game could benefit from not having existed.
No, I think this game should have been on the Commodore 64.
Also, is that platform just okay, good, it's coming back. I was gonna say.
Again, I have this problem in Spyro all the time. It seems like when the platforms are... It seems like when...
No. No, they wouldn't do that. They would make me have to run to it.
It seems like when moving platforms are off screen, they take slightly longer to load shit.
It reminds me that during the last stream we were playing, we had some breakthroughs in fixing crashing areas in Legend of Mana Nui, and we got Akamai's area loading, and it has this one platform in the... You were there for that one, Fishspill, actually. It has this one platform. The entire area is a circular climbing section with extending pistons and moving platforms, and the pistons kill you.
Can I ask you a question? Can I stop for a sec?
Why?
Just to clarify.
Yeah.
When Akamai's level, Akamai, the huge unwieldy guy, jumps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, his physics are a lot slower than the other Toa, but they're generally the same.
They're not supposed to be as gangly and unwieldy in universe. They just look
They're heavier, that's about it. Anyway, what I was getting at was there's this one section where you have this piston extending between the two walls of the playable area that has a gap in the center. One platform that moves side to side that you have to ride and then jump through that gap in the piston to land on another platform which automatically raises you up to a higher point in the level to continue. Problem is, because this is such an early alpha, that platform wasn't programmed to reset when you die. So when you go back to that area, you have to wait, because they all operate at different rates. The first platform, the piston, and the raising platform. You just have to sit there and wait for all three to sync up before you can progress.
Isn't the entire Makuta level timed, though?
No, only the Toa levels are timed. The Akamai and Warua levels aren't.
So are the Shadow Toa in the game at all, or are they
not in this version? No, the Makuta and the Manas fight aren't even programmed in this version.
So,
as far as I know, the Makuta level was the last one to be implemented, and the area where you're supposed to fight the Manas, the Mana and Mana Ko models are in the game, but the area that you're supposed to fight them doesn't even have a floor texture yet.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So wait, the Manas are in a designated area? They aren't just the only enemy in Makuta's lair?
Well, they are.
Okay.
It's just that there's a specific area where you fight them as a boss with the Kaita.
Oh, okay.
E.g. that cutscene, that pre-rendered cutscene that showed that exact thing from the beta.
Could someone edit out that time section from Makuta's lair?
I mean, it's possible, but I actually yesterday, one of the people on the Discord, let me find his name again.
Which also...
What was it?
Something else I wanted to ask.
I'll put it in after, but I'll put it on screen after, but basically, he found a way to complete the Onua portion of that level without using any, on the stream I used the long claw shot with the debug menu to break the level. He found a way to do it normally.
What?
And there's a video of it I told him, upload that fucking shit, because I went through Galley's Rao climb, Tahu's lava caves, and Lewa's vine swinging, and that shit stumped me. So I watched this video, and it turns out there's a physics bug in the game where if you retract the grappling hook before you actually reach your destination, it launches you. Basically, it's like a slingshot, and he used that to basically skip 10 platforms.
So this game is basically just Ape Escape, right? You just have to go find monkeys.
Yeah. Joe.
Yes.
Was I having a miniature stroke just now, or did you just collect talking to his cancer?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's the lives in this game.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
What were you gonna say, Joe?
So in that game,
yeah.
What is the Makuta boss fight? I gotta know.
We don't know, but there are some screenshots that Templar used in one of their retrospective videos for 2001 that seems to use Legend of Mana Nui models. if that is a representation of the game, then you are in fact set to fight the Vortex Makuta from the online game.
Badass! That's exactly what I wanted.
That is awesome. If you guys could do that, that would be great.
Well, none of that is... Makuta is not even in this build, so we'll need to wait for beta.
Put it in. Go on.
Like, okay, being serious for a sec, like, I've visualized, like, the, not that game, but, like, my RPG that I wanted to make for a long time.
Yeah.
But I just don't have the fucking sprites and...
Yeah.
Alright? That would be the most sick boss fight. Like, it would just look visually so badass.
Yeah.
Joe, just rip the graphics from this game.
It would work.
Fuck you!
Hey,
They look great.
Hey Joe, you remember when we both thought that I would be confident enough to actually do the art for you? Good times.
Well, my brother started it. He started spriting, what was it, Kopaka or something? He never finished.
I mean, at this point, I would say just make like a standard Toa Matoran Turaga biped sprite sheet and have it procedurally update with masks and armor color.
The goal was to just make one of them, and then you just edit them into the other three because they all look good.
The Bionicle fandom is so passionate. I bet you could post on one of the Bionicle groups and like anyone here is sprite artist, or
I mean,
actually,
Joe,
someone's probably already made the sprite sheet for it.
Since Legend of Mana Nui leaked, and the Beaver House was the announcement platform for it, we have also now unexpectedly become the community hub for everything to do with this game's continued development. So in the last week, we have gained 172 members in the Discord. So if you want to reach out, go ahead there. There's your platform.
Being serious, I have the whole game planned out. Okay? Whoever's here, I have the whole game planned out. The entire fucking thing. And I haven't decided enemy stats because there was no point since the game wasn't getting that far.
Yeah.
But I know exactly what I want. I've drawn most of the map. I have most of it done conceptually.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
well, I mean,
and I can code, so that's not a thing that I need to worry about.
Well, I mean, here's your
draw that much shit. You guys, if someone draws like a base Toa Mata, I can draw all the sprites for it.
Well, I mean, again, here's your platform. You know, we have 172 members in the Beaver House Discord right now, posted in House Bonkles, and we'll see what people have to say.
Okay.
I want to make the goal is to make an action RPG in the vein of Mario and Luigi.
Yeah, which is a really cool idea.
Awesome.
The Mario and Luigi RPGs are some of the only turn-based RPGs I actually like because they're more engaging than the standard material.
Yeah, it's odd. I usually hate RPGs, but there's a couple they're like one of my favorite games. Like, I can't stand basically any JRPG except for Earthbound and like Paper Mario 2. I don't know why.
Here's the thing. With
It's really odd.
Most RPGs, most turn-based RPGs are basically just that. You take a turn, they take a turn, you take a turn, they take a turn. There's no in-between turn actions, whereas in Mario and Luigi, there's always the opportunity to dodge or counter during an enemy attack, which makes every section of a battle far more engaging than just the usual back and forth.
Yeah, and Earthbound's got like the scrolling health meter too.
Yeah, I know that. But something I want to say is, what I like Final Fantasy 6 and 5, but I think some of them, because they introduced the active time battle, which if you've ever played that, basically it means that your turns aren't based on turns, they're based on a timer. So if you sit down and do nothing, you'll die.
I don't know.
I'm curious about something just quickly. What is that tiny icon in the lower right corner of the game screen?
I don't know.
What icon? Oh shit!
His computer crashes.
I don't know what that is. It must be something for for my computer. Oh, it's the NVIDIA.
Oh my god! It looks like he's praising the sun.
No, Jonah. All of the blue people are women.
So she's praising.
See, I don't care. They're
Dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die.
Robots don't have genders. They just have Facebooks.
What?
Okay, well, they all identify as women's. Except for the
That reminds me of another reason why mask posting is so much better and more mature than fucking Bionicle community group page. Which, by the way, that page only has 2,000 members now. Mask posting just celebrated 15,000.
The kind of people who gravitate towards super serious, only serious posts here type of like communities are not the kind of people I want to spend time with.
Anyways, the point I was going to make
is really aggravating.
On your subject of the gender thing, one of the other reasons mask posting is so much more mature, the admin of Bionicle community group page started mass banning people because of mocks with Nuva boobs.
Alright, to be fair, the Nuva boobs are an abomination.
It's overused, yes, it's overused and stupid, but that's no reason to fucking start banning people.
What the hell is a Nuva boob?
Someone get him the link. Oh, dude, I can't find the meme. It's like a meme, and it's like I only play Bionicle for the story or something. And it just shows the shop of the fucking.
Liam, edit on Nuva boob.
Nuva boobs basically are mocks people create where the Tohunga shoulder armor, that piece is used to create a breastplate.
And it doesn't even look good.
Yeah, it does. So, you know what I think? My favorite part, though, is that
I think this all stemmed, by the way, from Rudaka having Rakshi boobs.
So there is a canon basis for this shit.
The fandom is so starved of sexual attention they have to put boobs on their robots.
Yes.
By the way, I love how that Muwaka was just going completely apeshit.
Yes, Leah. Yes, Jonah. You are in fact completely correct.
Wow.
Speak for yourself.
I have it on my to-do list that when I can start.
Josie has it on her to-do list. Get laid.
But when I start collecting Lego, when I'm able to start collecting Lego again, just build the sexiest Rudaka ever. Put it online. Tell everyone, hey, look at this. Done now.
I challenge you to make a mock so detailed that it has a recognizable pussy.
Sure.
Liam?
Yeah?
That's disgusting.
I know, that's the point.
Yeah,
I want this to be posted in Bionicle community group page when it's done, just to trigger the fuck out of everyone there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make the end-all be-all sexy Rudaka mock, and then everyone's gonna be all like, okay, I guess
it doesn't get any worse than that.
I guess we're done now as a community. It's just over.
Yeah.
Let's pack it up, boys.
Yeah, alright guys, we found Legend of Anui, and now someone's made the definitive Ultimate Collector Series Sexy Rudaka. We're done now.
Ultimate Collector Series.
Pack it in. Hey, you see that new...
No, I have a better idea still. Make a Rudaka mock that's so detailed and so big that it can implement a life-sized fleshlight.
I don't want to go that far.
Like, basically make a Rudaka sex doll.
I feel like this is something you've thought about before.
I mean, you can go that far. I just want to go...
Liam, is there something you have to tell us? Are you actually straight?
Yes, and...
Are you... Oh, wait, Liam,
Yes,
are you bi?
I mean,
but only for robots.
Only for Bionicle.
I am bonk-sexual.
They call it Bionicle for a reason.
I mean, I was just talking of an action figure scale, sexy lizard lady, sexy robot lizard lady.
Which reminds me, we forgot.
What did we forget?
Bionicle Revolution has been cancelled.
Oh yeah, how about that? Fuck that.
What is Bionicle Revolution?
The greatest work of art.
It was a really shitty fan. It was we live in an era where people can so easily make 3D models and animations that we almost had a Bionicle fan movie that was almost entirely comprised of OCs.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
I actually like the okay, so I read it. There are actually some things I like, but in general, it's terrible.
Yeah.
This
It's like
is my character.
the basic
his
plot.
name is
the basic,
His
the
name is
basic. Okay, no.
I'm making a funny joke, Liam. I don't care about the plot. My name is Tofupa. I only listen to emo death metal.
Tofupa!
Yeah, I have long black hair.
Even though we're robots and we don't have hair.
The basic. Well, apparently the main character OC did. I forget the name because it was so stupid and insignificant.
He actually had hair.
Yes.
Rudica has
I'll
hair.
put it on screen right now. Also, yes, Rudaka sort of had hair, if you count like the flap
ponytail.
that those, like, you know, those Jedi with tentacle hair.
Yeah,
That was
freaking
basically
Tohunga.
Rudaka, but with one of them.
She
It
has
was just
like
a big
it was
like beaver tail on the back of her head.
It's supposed to be like
you said it.
like a
Rudaka's our mascot.
ponytail.
You said it now. Rudaka's our mascot. You said it.
Wait, is that Ahsoka species?
Yeah. Anyways, I
Oh,
was
man,
going
I
to
love
say the
Ahsoka.
basic plot of that of Bionicle Revolution was fucking Nazi too. Like, I'm not even saying this for the memes. The plot was Hero Factory started arresting Bionicles and gassing them.
How do you
Not at this point.
gas a robot?
Now also,
You
what
tell me.
Okay, so I get that Hero Factory and Bionicle are different. I'm not one of those people that thinks they're the same thing.
Well,
But-
I mean, G1.
like,
I mean, Wave One. Okay.
In
Wave
universe,
One
as a
Hero
species, what exactly is the distinction from a Hero Factory and a Bionicles?
I think
Hero
the
Factory
worst part in
doesn't
this
matter.
movie is that they called themselves Bionicles.
Josie, they exist in different canons.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
They actually do.
No, everything in Lego. takes place-
I hate Lego, and even I know they exist in different canon.
Everything in Lego always takes place in the same universe all the time.
Josie, that's
Despite-
ridiculous. Even according to the Lego movie, all the universes are different universes.
I was just
So
gonna say.
Liam, Rock Raiders, Lego Racers, and Legoland were all tied in together for some reason.
Yeah, but that. What does that have to do with Bionicle?
I don't remember. Backlot!
Backlot is
Backlot!
non-canon everything.
Look, Josie. Hero Factories are robots. Okay, Bionicle isn't.
That's
Straight
like
up.
saying this. That's like saying that Samus's OTP is Peach. Or wait, what? I mean, Samus's OTP is Pikachu because of the subspace emissary.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what is
Or
the
Peach,
term?
honestly, that'd be
Not
pretty fun,
cause and
actually.
effect. Well, what's the term I'm looking for here?
I don't fucking know. What are you talking about?
Dumb and Dumber, Liam, aka
Fuck
Dumber.
you.
We should have
I've lost the ability to speak.
we should have Liam Neeson on the show and call it Liam and Liam.
Liam squared.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty dope.
And then we can retire all the Joes and I can finally die.
It's like the term I
Hey,
was looking causation.
Remember when you used to use
the term
when
I
you
was
used to make a lot of Nazi
the-
jokes?
The term I was looking for was causation versus correlation.
Okay.
Liam, we're not scientists. Use
I
The
am.
point I'm
Hero
trying to
Factory
make is
takes
that
place in
just
the fu-
because one thing matches up in a line of toys does not mean that everything else matches up with it regardless of evidence.
And Joe, you're not,
see,
you're not
Hero
a
Factory.
scientist, you're an engineer.
Oh, I'm
Basically,
not an
you're
engineer, I'm
basically
physics.
you're basically the horror of the sciences.
I'm
No,
not an
no.
engineer.
No,
Oh, okay,
see,
sorry.
Hero Factory takes place in the far distant future of the Bonkle universe, and Snoke's ring is obviously made out of the Darksabers. Kyber.
Okay.
And
so
those
Liam-
two things are exclusively related.
Yeah! Yeah! The only two things in the entire universe of reality itself that are related are Hero Factory and Star Wars. Only those two things. You don't come crying to me about your DC Marvel crossovers. No, Hero Factory and Star Wars.
Can I just ask
I
something,
would
Joe,
love
by
that.
the way?
I'd love that press event. Kathleen Kennedy just comes up onto a podium. we're announcing she apparently has a deep baritone now. We're announcing that's the latest Star Wars feature-length film. We are doing a crossover. The fans are excited. This is finally the Marvel. We're crossing over with Laden and a Star Wars Hero Factory.
And then also,
Has the Hero Factory been dead for 3 years?
Basically, 3 years. It died in like 2012.
It's not
No,
even,
it died,
an,
no,
it's
it
not
died
even an
2020.
animated Lego Star Wars movie like they've done already. It's a live-action Star Wars movie with not Bunkles in it.
By the way, Joe, can I just ask, like, in the cave with those Matoran, what the fuck was that texture supposed to be?
Because the game sucks, Liam!
I'd
Is that
assume
the answer you want? Is that it? Because the game sucks! That's your answer!
Okay, but there had to be some artistic direction somewhere.
Oh my god, the monkey's gonna drown, dude!
yes. Saving him.
Save Monk! Save the monk!
I'm trying.
Okay, so Joe, what was before
Save Monk. Save
So
Monk.
just-
He's having too much trouble being a detective, and now he's gonna drown.
Well,
Save
yeah.
the TV character Monk in our latest Bionicle hit
So,
game.
Oh god,
Tohunga detective.
the
True
Star,
Tohunga.
the Star Wars Monk Hero Factory crossover was the sequel to the Bible we all deserved.
Wait,
It
what
was
is
truly the
this?
film of a generation.
Are you saying Kopaka is Jesus?
The passion? No. There is.
Jesus, that's the meme.
No. Matoro is Jesus.
Yeah, Mataro
Oh, yeah,
is
that's
Jesus.
also the-
Kopaka's Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay,
yeah.
being sincere, he literally is Batman. Like,
So
there's
He
no,
literally is Batman.
almost literally like white Batman. Like, I can't even make it up.
is it?
As
But
opposed to
isn't
Black Batman.
But isn't Batman already Goku?
Wait, what? Goku isn't smart enough to be Batman.
Goku isn't Spider-Man.
Goku isn't Batman. Quit messing with my head.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot my batarang at you.
Subaru isn't Goku. Quit messing with my head.
Oh god, this is the worst episode ever.
No.
We say that every
we,
episode.
We are the worst episode ever.
Let me rephrase then. This is the worst channel ever.
Yeah, it is. People tell us all the time now. Because you're like a celebrity or something. Because a guy you work with found a guy who gave him a thing. And now you're famous. Because
That is
somehow...
literally Josie. That is literally how the bourgeoisie works. Don't even joke.
Yeah. Like, I had to edit I had to edit Legend of Batanui's article on the Lost Media Wiki because somehow people got it in their head that Liam was the one who found the game.
Wait, somebody
Josie, why did you
updated
not
the
leave
Lost
that
Me-
in?
I'm sorry, did somebody update the Lost Media Wiki article before you? I thought you just updated it to take out the PS2 references.
No, I didn't even do that at all. All I did was I edited it to say that you are the co-admin of Biomedia Project. It was actually delivered to JMMB, and I am not affiliated with BMP, and did not actually state that we definitely included the guy who
I'm
did
sorry, I love that Muwaka just fucking killed itself.
Jesus
Basically.
Christ!
So the Lost Media Wiki, I guess they weren't
No,
paying
he's
attention
fine,
to my.
he's fine.
I guess
What
they
is
weren't-
this dude? It's a freaking like a Wolverine.
No, it's a cat. He's a
It's
cat.
supposed to be a tiger, but yeah, he acts like a fucking
It's
Wolverine.
terrifying. Oh my god, what a nightmare.
Anyways, I think that the biggest problem with the Beaver House now
Also, why are
being
you
like...
collecting Kinder eggs?
Here's the thing, the biggest
I
problem
don't
with
know.
the Beaver House now being the be-all, end-all of Legend of Mananui discussion and modding is that people think we discovered it.
Who found it, by the way? Like, where did it actually come from?
Just some guy emailed it to JMMB, and that was it.
Anonymous dude? Just
We theorize that he is a current LEGO cute quality assurance tester, but that's all we can guess.
Or a former one.
Or a future one.
So
Or-
why did... Okay, so then my second question is, why was the game canceled?
Because-
Various reasons. One of the developers that one of our people in the chat talked to confirmed that the 9/11 theory was part of it.
Oh,
Wait, 9/11 canceled Legend of
Lego
Mana?
has a Lego at the,
The
time
terrorists
had a
win.
Lego at the time had a strict non-violence policy, but they laxed it for a while until 9/11 happened.
okay. So Lego.
So
did
that's
9/11.
why. So because of that, they
On top of that, the game had the game had unresolvable issues that could not be solved within the time frame that the game was supposed to set the canon for. So the development time was going to exceed the time frame which it was supposed to be in.
So they
So
didn't want to
Osama bin
advertise. So
Laden
what you're saying is, wait, okay.
They didn't want to release a game about the Rahi when the next arc had already started.
That's what I was gonna say. They didn't want to. Okay. And also because they were scared to show violence against mechanical animals.
I mean, to be fair, a
Here's
lot
what,
of
like
game
a
companies
Bionicle
were
player-
getting
like-
flack at that time for violence, and Lego did not want to have that
Wait.
problem, so...
Were people blaming freaking Lego for causing terrorism and violence in Lego
Like,
video games?
honestly, I don't see the correlation here.
The
They-
correlation is that 9/11 brought on the whole argument about violence in video games back anew, and
Osama
Lego
bin
didn't want that bad PR.
But what is,
Yep.
okay, now we gotta hold the fuck up. The fuck is Osama bin Laden bombing the flying planes in the...
Osama bin Laden's like, oh yeah, learn how to do all this stuff on freaking Counter-Strike, dude. Freaking shoot my KD.
Osama bin Laden.
Exactly, that's what I'm assuming. Like, is that where we're going here? Was Osama just trying to pad his KD?
I mean, ask the fucking lawyers that were lobbying against the ESRB and shit at the time.
That joke.
Osama
I'm not
bin Laden was probably super hyped for
To
Legend
be
of Mana.
fair, I'm pretty sure it was stated that when I forget the exact thing, but it was stated when Osama bin Laden was killed, they found various video games in his cave.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
yeah.
my KD's like 3,000 to 1.
I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure it was an Xbox.
Yeah, he had a DS emulator and a bunch of games.
Okay, I was looking this up, and I just found an article,
What game did
2001
you
to
play?
2003, Osama bin Laden cave game, PC. What?
Okay.
Did he have Dark Cave?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I
Okay.
did.
Okay, so to state, he had MAME, and he had DS emulator, and he had a bunch of screenshots of like Marvel vs. Capcom.
The FBI didn't. The FBI didn't.
Here we are,
Yeah,
Osama
oh my
the
God.
Gamer, a list of bin Laden's video games from his hard drive. He had Counter-Strike, he had Half-Life, various Nintendo emulators, Final Fantasy VII, Dragon Ball Z games, erotic games.
I don't know how to say this.
He had copies of
good
he
video
had
game
movies
taste.
I
too.
was gonna say Osama has good game taste, which is terrible for me to say, but it's also true.
He
Your
had
favorite-
movies on his hard drive too. He had Ants, Cars, Chicken Little, Resident Evil, Final Fantasy Advent Children, and Ice
So-
Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs.
Oh my god, was Osama bin Laden a weeb?
Yeah.
Okay,
Dude,
so
dude,
good taste
okay.
in video games, bad taste in movies. All right.
So look, he has Final Fantasy VII, so clearly he watched Advent Children to get the full.
Yeah, that's the same reason I watched Advent Children, to be honest.
Osama bin Laden cared. I'm imagining one of the most evil men in history cared so much about the plot of Final Fantasy VII. He went and watched the movie.
No, the whole reason 9/11 happened was because somebody insulted his OC in Final Fantasy VII.
We haven't.
Or his headcanon. Somebody insulted his headcanon, so he bombed America.
We haven't even. We
How
haven't.
dare you, America? I blame you for Sora's death.
We haven't even mentioned.
Bastard.
We haven't even mentioned that the FBI didn't
You killed
recognize-
Aerith. Now I kill all of you.
The FBI
This is not funny.
The FBI didn't even know what the video game files on his computer were, and someone who had to comment on one of the articles about
Baron Trump.
basically
Oh, what kind of video games is he into, dude?
basically the FBI released some documents about the shit they found on his computer, and they thought they were terrorist plans or whatever, and someone was all like, dude, those are DS games.
No, I can just imagine.
Final
the FBI
Fantasy.
agent. Hey,
This clearly must be bin Laden's final plan.
No.
Imagine, oh, what's this Counter-Strike thing, dude? Is it really playing a Counter-Strike?
No, the DS, the DS games is what the FBI was about. They did.
What is this? What's a Superstar Ultra? Is that their new bomb?
They found out about MK Ultra.
Yes,
and now
La
they're using
Bomba,
it with
Big
stars.
Boy, Superstar Ultra.
Animal is Animal Crossing. What's this?
Is
Animal
he planning
Crossing.
some kind of fusion on Dr. Moreau style?
Oh, I'm just imagining the dumbest shit.
Custer's Revenge. Some sort of new Al Qaeda plan.
Played Custer's Revenge played 1,500 times. Why is this keyboard so sticky?
Okay, I learned that he had a bunch of like gal games. Thing.
Oh, did he have like Eroji on his computer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dating sims?
We
Yeah.
just mentioned he had erotic games, quote unquote.
Yes. Yes.
Osama bin Laden.
I'm just imagining Osama bin Laden sitting in his cave playing like Clannad for 60 hours straight.
It's like, I'm sorry, is it porn haram? Fuck you.
He's just.
I'm sorry, I have to see what happens to Tomoya.
He's just in his underwear with a big bowl of Cheetos and Doritos and Mountain Dews everywhere.
No, how can you say Ori? No.
Sorry, I will bomb America in 10 minutes. I just have to take this girl to the prom.
I'm sorry. I will destroy America tomorrow. I have to take my girl to the festival.
Meanwhile, he's clutching his body. He's clutching a body pillow of just a woman in a burqa, a standard woman in a burqa.
No, he just has a body pillow of Tomoya from Clannad in a burqa.
In a burqa.
The body
Specifically in a
pillow is in a
burqa.
burqa.
We're terrible right now.
we
I
not?
apologize to all victims of 9/11, but it's too easy.
Yeah, it's too easy.
It's way
It's
too
just too
easy
easy.
to make
No,
these
we'll
bad
talk
jokes.
for a second. The true victim of 9/11 here was
Oh, no.
Legend of Matanui.
Oh, fuck! Oh, yeah, that's too bad. That's too bad even for me, Lee.
Yeah. Invader Zim got it way worse. That whole franchise was canceled.
You know that Mario Sunshine sucked because of 9/11, right?
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Oh wait, no. The true victim of 9/11 was Family Guy for not getting canceled.
Ah!
The true victim of 9/11 was the crossover of Family Guy and American Dad. Which
Real
wasn't
talk, the
very
true victim
good
of
anyways
9/11
when it did
was,
come out.
was the tens of thousands of family members of those who died.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the millions upon millions of Middle Easterners who were then murdered by the U.S.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
wait, we're getting a little too real here. Never mind.
Yeah.
And also Bin Laden's body pillow, which was killed along with him.
Yeah. Now, real
I'm
talk.
just imagining.
talk,
He just
real-
when in freaking Zero Dark 30, he just jumps in front of his Tomoya body pillow. No, take me.
Take me instead! Leave my wife alone!
I want to see the alternate cut where because they were working on Zero Dark 30 before Bin Laden actually was killed. I want to see the alternate cut where they don't know how to end it, so he bombs America and he just wins.
Wait, they had two scenarios. He wins or he loses.
He wins or he loses.
Was this a
Terrorist
choose your own
win.
adventure book?
Yeah,
I'd,
choose your own adventure book.
I like to think that he
No,
was.
I'm just
I'd like
okay.
to-
Now I'm sorry. Now I'm just imagining the next Animorphs book with Bin Laden.
Yeah,
I'm imagining a dating sim
It's
with
just
Bin
Bin
Laden.
Laden morphs into a cow.
yeah.
Oh my god, what about a harem dating sim starring Bin Laden?
Can we
And
not?
cows. And cows.
I will give you my goat.
I'll give you my
Thank you. I am a cow. I will eat this goat with pride.
what would a tsundere do to Bin Laden? What kind of girl do you think Bin Laden liked? Tsundere? Yandere?
Well, I think we've established that.
I think he was a moe childhood friend kind of guy.
We've established that Sayori was his waifu, so
Sayori!
would have been his waifu if Dan Salvato had finished Doki Doki Literature Club half a decade before he'd even been born. Dan Salvato was obviously born in 2008, obviously.
I think Oscaling would be his waifu.
I wonder what kind of music Bin Laden listened to.
Probably
just hours of U2.
He clearly listened to Linkin Park all day long.
He probably didn't even like that song. He probably didn't even like that song.
Linkin Park and Blood on the Dance Floor, clearly.
What if he was super into like freaking like emo, like classic '90s emo?
He probably didn't even like that song that was in Little Big Planet.
Oh my god!
That made
I just started looking up like Bin Laden music to see if they found anything on his hard drive. There is an artist called MC Bin Laden.
Why would you actually do that? Liam.
What was in Osama Bin Laden's tape collection? BBC News.
Oh yeah, I remember. That was what they found.
Okay, so what was in it? I gotta know. Do you have good taste in that too?
Let's see. I'm looking at it. This article doesn't really have a concise list.
He hated Western culture, and yet he constantly consumed Western culture.
Oh no, he hated Western culture as a job. Because no one actually.
You know, I'm tired of everyone assuming that I'm just who I am at work. At home, I'm a pretty chill guy.
Oh fucking Christ!
Okay, so look.
So it seems that his entire collection was basically there was no Western music.
Okay.
There was some Okay. But some Western pop music does make an appearance in the form of Gaston Grenacia, who usually performed as Enrico Macias, and Algerian Jew, who first found fame in France. So there was some obscure Western pop, but other than that,
and then the entire discography
recordings. It was just recordings of his own propaganda, recordings of previous war shit, and hours of Islamic anthems.
Okay, so basically the only thing in the
I had a friend like that in high school.
So basically,
Wait, let me finish that. He was very Jewish, so he only had like Jewish hymns on his phone.
Okay.
And he just like listened to it over and over again.
Okay, so
not the same thing.
So basically, the only thing about Bin Laden's personal interests that weren't insanely hypocritical were his music tastes. Everything else, Western values all the way.
What do you think his Smash main was?
I think he'd play as Ganon.
Ganondorf is the closest thing to a Middle Eastern kid.
What if he plays like freaking Jigglypuff?
Yeah, I would say Jigglypuff because again, we've established everything except his musical taste, pure capitalist trash.
I like Wario. I like the way he
If we're talking
haunts
about
us
the fact that he had like dating sims and shit, don't you think his main would have been Martha Roy?
His main is Lucina.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Bin Laden was weeaboo trash. I guarantee you he was a furry, 100%.
What do you think? Oh, guys, what do you think Bin Laden's persona was?
Crystal.
Persona!
Crystal from Star Fox.
Crystal from Star Fox. Just Crystal from Star Fox. I'm sure he didn't have the creativity to make one himself, so he just had
No. It was the goat character from Star Fox 2.
No, Liam.
Dear God.
Liam. No.
It's the freaking monkey boss from Star Fox.
Liam.
Oh, Glandros.
His persona is just Andros.
Okay, there we go.
I gotta say, guys.
Yes.
Can we stop the racism?
No.
This isn't racism. It's hilarious.
No, it was racism to say that his persona was definitely a goat. It wasn't. It was definitely the Monkey Man.
Well, Josie, you're the one who said freaking goat. I didn't say that. I said a monkey. That's hilarious.
I said goat, and Josie, saying monkey man is even more racist.
No, monkey isn't an offensive thing to say to a Middle Easterner. It's like calling a white person a monkey man.
I'm talking about a literal monkey.
If I was like,
Okay. Okay, guys, I have a serious statement.
Yeah.
Where am I?
I'm fucking lost.
I thought you were gonna say that.
Also, he's a freaking mass murderer. I don't think it's racist against him is that bad.
Yeah, oh, Josie, are you afraid we're going to offend Bin Laden's lineage?
No, offend the crap out of them.
That'd be interesting. What if we, as a society, decided to only be racist against murderers?
Nothing would really change.
Nothing would really change. Most.
Are you implying that all minorities are murderers, dude?
No, the fuck?
Name 3 mass.
Oh my god.
Jonah, name 3 mass murderers that aren't white.
There's also that too.
I mean, Jokar
what about
Tsarnaev
that-
from the fucking
what about that
Boston
sniper?
Marathon bombing.
The DC sniper, Osama bin Laden. Whoever did the Paris attacks, I don't know.
Even though he didn't do 9/11, fucking Saddam Hussein was a fucking dictator murderer.
Alright, so that's 4 then. Alright, cool.
And then there's Kim Jong-un as well, if we're counting dictators.
Josie, all lives matter.
All lives. Dude, I love that line. It's so reactionary.
It's so stupid.
So-
It's beyond stupid.
So I found a chart on my files. I don't remember why, but it's a chart where I compiled a list of everything I could think of that had the word black in it, and I replaced it with the word all, just to see how stupid the shit pile of all lives matter truly gets.
Hey, have you guys seen All Panther yet?
Isn't that the same thing you did when you had a Chrome extension that replaced Trump with Hitler?
Yeah, I took that off because it would, I didn't want to see the words.
It got too real.
I didn't want to start seeing the words President Hitler all over.
You should have replaced Trump with business. Then your life could have been like a fun Lego movie reference.
instead of a fun nightmare dystopia.
Nightmare Hell Ride.
So you were saying,
Okay.
Josie, about your chart.
Okay,
Yeah,
you know what?
I'm opening it right now.
What I wanted to say was, okay, so the people that started the All Lives Matter things are the most butthurt, reactionary people I've ever met, because when you think about it, right? Saying Black Lives Matter doesn't mean that other lives don't. I don't know why you would think that.
Do they? I have a hard time understanding if they realize that they're racist. They don't.
Like, I just don't get it. Like, okay, so let's go over this. So the mere notion that Black Lives Matter is apparently offensive.
It's like saying that we should support women, guys. We should support everyone,
It's also the
including
same
men.
thing as fucking people complaining about fucking pride parades when we don't have a straight parade.
Oh, I have a straight parade. The last 6,000 years of civilization has been a non-stop straight parade.
Something I want to say.
Literally any parade at all.
So, well, most parades tend to go in straight lines. Is that what you...
Yeah, that. Also,
Big brain.
Alright, so what were you gonna say, Joe?
Cosmic brain.
Yeah, exactly. So something I wanted to say is, so recently YouTube made a post and it was some really dumb, stupid shit like roses are red, violets are blue, support black creators. That was literally the whole thing. And I said there was
I
like,
saw that.
so people were like, you should. So people were like, oh, this implies that you should support black creators for only being black. And I'm like, I guess that's a takeaway from it. But I just thought they meant that you should probably, watch black people, maybe just a little bit.
So YouTube.
Well, that's a really dumb take.
So there's been some bullshit going on. There was a guy that YouTube actually blocked because
I saw that.
That YouTube had actually almost banned a guy and deleted his channel forever because he's black and he dared talk about racism. And then after they unblocked him, they propped him up as an example of how not racist they are. Totally not racist, you guys. And he was super pissed. YouTube, they're bad.
That reminds me, the copyright Fucking counter notification for the Mario Kart Arcade GP DX stream finally went through, so I'm just waiting on the fucking company, the Japanese copyright conglomerate, to respond. They
Is that
have
actually
to
the name of the company?
they have to respond by this time. They have 10 days to respond, basically, or else everything is retracted.
And then
we can begin streaming that game again.
And then we can start streaming Mario Kart.
Again.
I love this group of people because this is the only friend group I'm in that has shifted left instead of shifting right.
What do you mean?
Yeah, no, I've noticed that too. A lot of my geek friends keep shifting right, and it's getting really weird.
Like
because
It's
politically?
uncomfortable.
Yes. Because
Because it's
Everybody is shifting immediately 2 feet to the left, obviously, Liam.
Because like I just don't understand it. Like I get the whole when someone calls you mean names for no reason just because you're existing, it's kind of mean. But don't you think that's what's been going on the whole time, and people are getting really mad at you?
Well, it's weird. This generation sucks. Like, I've noticed that. Okay, here's how it starts. It starts off with the SJWs, and then it kind of progresses from there.
Here's the problem with this generation. Here's the problem so far. There is legitimate activism that has a place. Like SJWs, as it began in its base form, is a good thing. The last one, yes. The last two.
There's 2 of them.
Anyways, I was gonna say, in its base form, the concept of the SJW is a good thing, but there's always that minority, that extremely vocal, violent minority, as I mentioned on the show earlier about the stream.
Like my friend always posts these SJW things. They're like, yes, that's stupid, but you have to remember that's literally one person.
Let me finish.
Also, basically every single other SJW thinks it's stupid too.
Fishspill, what were you saying earlier?
Oh yeah. My bad. Sorry.
I wasn't talking to you, I was talking to Fishspill. Anyways, I was saying, like I said on the stream earlier about the extremely vocal minority that always takes things too far, there's just always that group that is going to get extremely triggered over absolutely everything and just go completely apeshit and give the rest of the activism group a bad name.
You know, like Bonk.
I'm trying to figure out if that was a chud thing to say or not.
Look, oh my god, Liam, stop being such a beta cuck. Stop being nice and accepting people and all that shit. Oh my god.
So apparently, you can just copy paste shit from spreadsheets into Discord, and it'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm ready.
Anyways, yeah, I'm totally going to be nice to people who are a shitbag to me just because I'm white. And I clearly, because I'm white, I'm a bad racist person, right?
I'd still way rather be.
You're a bad racist person because of your ideas.
I would still much rather be around someone who takes equality too far than someone who takes inequality too far.
Dude,
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, it's like...
I've literally talked to someone about this, and I just don't understand it. Okay, it's like I would rather side with actual Nazis than the people that call me Nazis. So what you are saying is that you would rather be hateful towards everyone who isn't you than someone be mean to you. Don't you realize how hypocritical that is?
Honestly, I may get some flack for this, but I'm just gonna say,
I'm a Nazi.
saying all black people are bad, for instance, is racist and being a shitbag. Saying all white people are bad and racist is honestly just as bad.
No, because it depends on what you mean by racist. Because the problem is our education system sucks in the world, just in general. So people don't actually know what these words that people use mean.
Well, the problem is that people are generalizing.
Well, are you talking about prejudicial racism or structural racism? Because all white people are structurally racist, but they're not necessarily prejudicially racist.
What I'm talking about is that extremely vocal minority that I was talking about before that just generalizes all people in a certain group as being bad for a specific reason.
But that's like a right narrative though, because the thing that the right likes to do is take things that people say out of context and then redefine the words they're using to make them look bad.
It's like there's this non-vocal, like SJWs are a good thing at their base level, but then there are the vocal minority who are like, fuck all white cis men, kill them all.
You're not getting what I'm saying. When someone says all whites are racist, they're not saying that every white person has a prejudice against black people or any other minority. But we live in the U.S.
I was using racism as an example. What I should have said was, like I just said before, there's the vocal minority who are like, all white cis men should be killed.
Die cis scum? I've actually seen that.
Yeah, I've seen that unironically too, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's just as bad.
Those tactics are necessary cohabitations of the more peaceful tactics. It's like MLK and Malcolm X. You can't have one without the other. You need one presenting the peaceful alternative and one presenting like, if you guys don't chill out, this is what we will do. You need both. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, die cis scum, all white people need to die. Those are just dog whistles to see who... Anybody who gets offended by those statements is not the kind of people who should be not allowed to be better. I'm bad at this. I'm really bad at this.
So you're saying this entire political movement is based on implications and misnomers?
Yes.
No, I'm saying
no.
the right. I'm saying the right twists the left's words to make them sound bad. Constantly.
Nobody unironically wants the die white people thing is all irony and jokes. Like, nobody seriously wants to commit white genocide. They just want.
I've seen unironic postings of that shit.
Josie, you can't say that. I'm certain there's someone out there that...
Yeah, well, but there are certainly a lot more people calling for...
There are a lot more saying people that specifically unironically. There are people who just treat all white people badly because of something near that or that frame of mind.
Yeah, I'd still rather be treated badly by someone like that than be a racist, though.
I mean, yeah, all I'm saying is that those mindsets are just as bad, in my opinion.
No, I 100% disagree, because the purpose of those mindsets are to take racism and reverse it in an effort to reestablish equality of power.
Jonah,
that doesn't reestablish equality. That just reverses. That's just a polarity shift.
No, because using prejudice to equal the playing field isn't racism. So it's not a polarity shift unless they already had power.
True.
Yeah, Jonah, I have never been as horny for you as I am right now.
I took a race class at college. I know what I'm talking about.
I didn't.
Yeah,
didn't
basically all of the stuff that Jonah is saying is stuff that I've been trying to say for years, and I'm just that bad at words, guys.
I've evolved. It's capable of anyone. I made SJW jokes like 4 years ago.
I am just
implying
that bad.
That you still don't.
I'm just that bad at words, you guys. I'm just that bad at words.
Because it's fun.
Joe, you're lost again, aren't you?
I figured it out. I mean, I know what I need to do.
We saw the Roxy door before.
Guys,
yes, I know we did. That doesn't mean that's where it is.
Guys, I just did a brain thunk. The shrines. Why do the shrines look like a Bobo?
What?
They do look like a Bobo, don't they?
That rock guy from that game.
He's Bobo.
No, that rock guy from that game. What game is that from?
Wasn't that Streets of Rage or something?
No, freaking Kirby Superstar.
No, it's the game. It's the game that starts with the guy punching the lady in the chest, and then
he looks like the freaking rock monster from Mario Odyssey. From the Second Kingdom.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, the Guardian of the Ring.
Let me Google it.
It's nothing like that. What the fuck are you talking about?
Double Dragon.
Oh my god, I remembered the Star Wars character's name. It's Kit Fisto.
Kit Fisto!
It's called
the
Double
tentacle dude.
Dragon. And
Hey,
Abobo
Fishspill,
has...
you want to be kit-fisted?
Dude!
That joke has never been made before.
Wait, dude, stop. Double Dragon, right?
Yeah.
They got a fighting game called Rage of the Dragons where they made the whole game and then weren't able to get the rights. So they didn't change anything except like last names. So he's still named in the game.
No, clearly you can avoid copyright, but in Double Dragon's case, by just renaming everyone to Bimmy.
That's like when you go into. That's like when you go into class. That's like when you go into class. I started talking first, Liam. You can't interrupt me and then get mad at me.
Okay, there's a delay on Discord, so when you were stopping, I thought you were stopping for me to continue.
Okay,
No, I have a joke.
Go. What is?
The rhythm is dead though. I don't want to make the joke anymore.
Fuck's sake. I was going to say, on the note of the Double Dragon thing, it's the same reason that they got away with releasing the disassembly to AM2R. Because they just changed everything. They changed all the names in the code, but it's still legally allowed to be released, even with the sprites. Because they're technically all original sprites. So it was just like, it wasn't called Metroid 2, it was called... What the fuck was it called?
Metroid Poo.
AM2R is technically not a trademark violation. It's an acronym. There's
It's an acronym for another Metroid 2 remake.
which is not part of the title.
That
It
is
just-
in
just-
the code.
You could just say, oh, it actually stands for another.
The game opens
another
itself as
Metroid 2
Metroid 2.
Another Mario pizza delivery game.
Well, the game opens itself as Metroid 2, anyways.
Can we talk about how great a Kirby pizza delivery game would be? Just imagine it. You just have to deliver pizza to different Kirby enemies.
I love the Power Glove. It's so bad.
Is it so bad?
We should all get Power Gloves. And
So I haven't had class.
Oh, yeah, I think it was called something like Space Warrior 2 in the code.
We should all get Power Gloves and fist each other.
I didn't have class yesterday.
I found it! Okay, it's time!
Yeah, go in, do it.
Oh, we gotta fight Turok!
Holy shit, it's Fear Boy!
He looks that's so anticlimactic.
Haha, Fear Boy.
Yeah, just you wait, Joe.
Scary monsters.
He'll never hit me, and all I have to do is rotate in the circle.
Jump around!
Over this boss fight, I'm sorry, but over this boss fight, I am now going to play an 8-bit remix of David Bowie's Scary Monsters. I couldn't make it, so here's a meme.
Badass, I love that song.
Liam, did you know that David Bowie is a sexual assaulter?
Did you know that David Bowie is dead?
David Deddy.
Wow.
I will now read off a list.
Liam, I won! All I had to do was run around in circles and mash A.
I will now read off a list.
Square.
I will now read off a list.
Four Roxy down! 2 to go!
I will now read off a list of everyone in the world who has ever died.
Can I just say, by the way, I love how that fucking Rakshi image was cropped so that the second spine on its back was just gone.
Yeah, it was to show you that they destroyed it.
Wait, really quick, Liam, you can edit this part out. Are we freaking recording one giant episode, or are we gonna release?
No, that's it. We're done.
We're done?
This
What do you mean?
episode.
The game over?
We can do another one. but
Yeah,
I'm
we're
just-
gonna keep
this
going.
episode-
Yeah,
This episode is done.
I never
Gotta get that sweet ad revenue.
I never want to stop. I never want to stop.
Significant bonkles.